This video will show you how to use Microsoft's registry editor, RegEdit, to manage the registry on your system. First of all, click the Start button on your Start menu. Then click the Run option. If you don't have the Run option, do an internet search to see how to enable it on your Start menu. By clicking Run, you'll get a window in which you can type in the name of the program you want to start. In this particular case, it's RegEdit, R-E-G-E-D-I-T, R-E-G-E-D-I-T. Click the OK button and that'll start RegEdit. After you start RegEdit, you'll see a window divided into two panes. On the left-hand side is the information from the registry in a hierarchical view. In the right-hand side, there's a list of name, type, and data, which are the keys, type, and data values from information in the registry. We'll talk more about that in just a minute. Over in the left-hand window, and don't worry if your display doesn't look exactly like this, you'll find a hierarchical display of the registry. Now these items that you see over here in the left-hand side at the uppermost level are called hives. Notice at the very top here there's a label called My Computer and an icon representing that. And then below that are the 5 hives that are the standard Windows hives in the registry. And then next to those you see folder icons with a plus sign next to that. These plus and minus signs that you see here allow you to expand and collapse the view. And this view looks a lot like the hard disk drive on your machine, like a directory if you will, which is also a hierarchical arrangement. So if I want to open up one of these hives, all I have to do is click the plus sign. Notice the folder here shows open, indicating that I've selected this particular one called HKey Local Machine. Let me click the plus sign to have it open it up. Notice that there are, again, icons underneath this in the form of folder icons. And these show, again, the hierarchical nature of the registry. So let's open this up and take a look at some of the information inside the registry. Now I'll go down here and I have a particular path in mind, and I'll show you that as we go through. I'm going to click up the one named Software, and then I'm going to, as you'll notice, it was already open at a point to where underneath that there were a list of vendors, and Microsoft is open here. Scrolling down a little bit further, you see that underneath Microsoft there's an icon for Windows, and underneath that, current version. And if I click on down and scroll a little bit further, there's one of these labeled Run. Now notice down here on the bottom status bar that it shows you this full hierarchical path that I mentioned. There's the My Computer that we saw at the top, HKey Local Machine, Software, Microsoft, Windows, current version, Run. So this looks again very much like a directory path on your hard disk to a file there. Within this particular area, which is the key in the registry called Run, you will see over here in the right hand pane now a list of the actual data items, data names and types and data values that are shown for these in this particular key. Now in this key in the registry, it's what Microsoft Windows uses when the system starts up to start programs running. And in this particular case, these are ones that will run at startup time. Malicious programs, viruses, spyware, adware occasionally put information in here so that they can start up and run and do their evil deeds on your system. But there are program entries in here, of course, for legitimate programs on your machine as it runs. Here's one for my sound card, and so on and so forth. Here's another one that is a legitimate program, but it's one that does not have to be in here. This one, which if you look over in here, you see it refers to Qt task, actually refers to a program from Apple called QuickTime. This particular program runs because Apple wants to check for updates every time my system starts up. Well, this is unnecessary, and this little program that runs to monitor for updates takes resources and memory. So I'm going to delete this. Now I guess here's where the big warning comes in. Notice I'm deleting this, but I know what it is, and I've deleted it from the registry. You'll find anytime anyone talks about the registry, you get this warning. If you manipulate the registry and set some things that are invalid or delete keys and things that the system requires to run, your system may not boot. So don't try this unless you're very comfortable or get sound advice in terms of what you're going to edit. But that's all there is to it, and you can edit the registry, or if you want to be safe, just